works. If it's still going for everybody else, but it's just paused for me. We'll see. If not, we're recording here and I'll upload it. Sound good?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, honey.
Yeah.
So, Karen, tell everybody who you are.
Oh gosh, who am I? I am a
Karen
shop
Quimby
owner.
Lobo.
I'm a Karen Quimby Lobo.
Yeah.
I'm a shop owner. I'm a fur baby mama. I am sometimes a caretaker. I am a Baja lover, property owner, blah, blah, blah.
You're like all of us.
Yeah.
You wear the women of many hats. This is why I
Yeah.
wanted to talk to you today, because
I'm the master juggler.
right.
Yeah.
Which is it's really cool. Actually, a really I won't mention her name this morning, but one of the leaders in eWomen's Network, who I invited to join this Facebook group, was like, "What makes you different?" Really loving and kind, not But I said, "Well, I don't know what makes me different, except we're virtual." Because a lot of the networks are very cool, or they're constantly selling something or what have you. And the truth of the matter is you travel a lot between your homes. You, like you said, you're a caretaker, you're running a business. Well, too, you know what I mean? And it's like me, I prefer to spend my time in Mexico. As much as I go and travel and I do that, I don't really like getting on planes and going to networking events. There is something special about them. Yes, I'll go to one a year, because there is something about that.
There's a good energy.
Yeah. But for the most part, I just love the fact that we can work and talk and support women all over the globe when we do it this way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So cool.
And people can do it on their own time, which is great.
Right.
Because we all don't have very easy schedules. If you're owning a business, you are like a mad woman.
Yeah. Well, you know me, I love my schedule. I'm the queen of calendarizing. So
I love that. I am not great at that.
We will help you. We will help you. Okay, so tell everybody where you're from. Like, what's your origin story? Like, where are you from?
Well, I'm from Northern California originally. And born in Walnut Creek, California. So spent until I was about 11-ish, 12-ish in the Bay Area. Then moved up to Placerville area, like right around Tahoe, lived on
I thought it was called Placerville. Thanks for saying it's Placerville.
Placerville. Yep. I was in Diamond Springs actually, but yeah. So lived on a little hobby farm with my family and went to high school and did an elementary school and did all those things up there. And then went back to the Bay Area, San Francisco for a tiny bit of college. I'm not a schoolgirl. I'm just not into school. I'm into life. Yeah. So did that Fashion Institute for Design and Merchandising for a whole year, and then went on to own my own business in San Francisco for almost 11 years, owning and managing retail stores and doing that whole thing there. And then popped around, went to the beauty, and then ended up after San Francisco going to Santa Cruz for a minute, 5 years, took a little break, then started in LA as the vice president of product development for a beauty company. Randomly. Yeah. So Urban Decay, Smashbox, did that for 23 years, designing all their products. And I was really missing retail because and I ended up owning a marketing firm too, after Smashbox and Urban Decay. So I helped a lot of entrepreneurs launch their beauty lines. And then I really just felt like I was missing I was missing me, because I am a highly creative person and I needed an outlet that was my own. When you work with clients and you creatively give your advice and you work on products and things, everybody always has their opinions, their ideas, their rejections, their blah, blah, blah. So I started another retail store because I knew that was a good way for me to express myself. So landed in Long Beach. worked, in the beauty industry, opened my store during that, my first store, then with a business partner.
Name your store. Name the store.
Twig and Willow.
Okay, Twig and Willow. Okay,
Twig
keep
and
going.
Willow. Yeah, and then so that was our first location. My business partner had babies. So retail and babies is not an easy thing to do.
Like
So
restaurants
she
and
ended up,
babies, forget
yeah,
it.
she ended up leaving after about 6 years, I think, into the business. And then I took it over and we had a second location. And I could not juggle a full-time VP job and that. So I quit the beauty industry and I focused on my stores and stayed low. I got off the 405 freeway, that commute. I did a commute for 20 years. Yeah. So yeah. And now I'm in Palm Springs. Now I'm in Rancho Mirage. And I'm taking care of my family. We moved all the families here, my husband and I, and we help them through their golden years, but I go once a week to Long Beach. So I've got a bag packed every week. I head into the beach, stay the night, work 2 days, work the rest of the week from the house.
So
that's it.
I think that's amazing. And I love that you tell me this story. First of all, people are probably going, how could she have such an extensive career? Because she looks like she's 12.
Turning 56 in May.
Woo, I know. Are you coming down for it?
I know. It's a little crazy. I think you look at
to me.
You're my age.
I'm 56, so you're catching up to me.
Yeah, we're right. I'm right
September.
there with you. Yep.
I know. Amazing.
Yep. Yeah. Good time in life.
But I just want to express how much I love what you just shared, is that many of us are in this, well, I call it a sandwich stage where, you've got, like, I had my kids, my two-legged kids, and my aging parents.
Yes.
You have the aging parents, you have the fur babies, you have a business that's located 2.5, 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you're making it all work out without completely giving up your life. So I think what I want to say is that it's all possible. I love to remind people, yes, and okay, I'd really love to go live in the desert, but I've got this business down in California. Yes, and what?
Well, and yeah, and I think the only thing that makes it so possible is that I have an amazing team of women that work for me. I mean,
okay, but did you develop them, or was that an accident? Right?
Well,
luck,
I think a lot of it, there's a lot of things, right? So I have women that work for me and they're not, yes. Do I have the 20-year-old college girl? Absolutely.
Amen.
They are
Thank
awesome.
Goodness. Yes,
and
hopefully you're developing them into good retail-minded business women.
Yeah, or not. I mean, some of them are just trying to make it through nursing school or some, but I provide a stable place for them and a happy place for them to work. I think the one thing that I could say has contributed to my success with my long-standing team, because people don't stay in retail. My managers have been with me over 6 years, both of them. I have 2 of them. Actually now a third, because we brought on an assistant to kind of manage when they aren't there. So we've got 3 women they've already been through the career world. They're a little bit older. They know what the grind is like what I call it out in the real world.
Yeah.
And so they appreciate like the flexibility that my business gives them. They appreciate the positivity that they get when they're there. They create all the, in-store display. They're having fun. And
right.
Are they getting paid as much as they could be out in corporate world? No, but can they take their kid to the dentist in the middle of the day if they need to? Absolutely. Can they come in a little late and be flexible with their schedule? Absolutely. Are they going to laugh every day? Probably.
So it's
You
the,
know,
it's the
so
culture and the environment. See,
yeah,
okay, so I
yeah,
want to take that piece and
yeah,
share it with, the
yeah,
women in the group.
yeah,
Is the, because for instance, anybody that's read my book knows that, I used to, well, for me, in my 20s, I made a lot of money in my 20s and early
yeah.
30s for being a not school girl,
Yes, me
right?
too.
I did it in sales and management. I made a ton
Yeah,
of money.
yeah,
Well, and then all the way into my 40s, and then all of a sudden I went, this ain't it. This ain't it.
right. You get to the top of the ladder and you're like,
Yeah. Oh,
what? Okay, I didn't
right.
think it would feel like this. Yeah,
So this is why I love this group that I've been trying to create, which we're doing pretty good. We just started late February. We already have almost 300 members.
I
So I
know,
think
it's
we're doing
awesome.
pretty good, right?
Yes,
And
real good.
it's about by the way, I'm going to swear, so swearing alert. Life balance is bullshit. You're
Yeah,
not going to get life balance. That's like standing on a teeter-totter by yourself. You're going to do your best,
yeah,
but you can put more into the buckets that you love.
yeah,
So time freedom, super important to me. Literally just got out of a coaching session with somebody,
yeah,
and they work with somebody that tortures them. Like they're just the worst. And they're in a, bureaucracy type system that I said, well, so if you move, obviously you're in demand. Yeah, but it'll be less money, again, bureaucracy type system. Be less money. I said, I'm going to ask you a question. Would it change your life dramatically to lose a few bucks, an hour or whatever it is, a few $100 a month or week
yeah.
for your quality of life?
And
For
it's
not
surprising
hating
how
your
it's,
job.
yeah. I think it's surprising to find that, I too am used to making a lot of money. As a beauty executive, I did really well.
Mhm.
I go into owning my retail stores, and we all know retail, unless you've got like 15 stores or, it's not the most lucrative business.
Yes,
Okay.
my first year as a coach, I made less money than I used to make bi-monthly in my paychecks. My
Yes.
first year.
No, I'm making what I was when I was probably 21 years old.
Good for us. But do you love your life? You love
But
your life.
well, yeah, and there's other motivation. It's also a great tax write-off. It's also, there's all
Great.
these things that
Great.
business pays for my health insurance, it pays for my car, it pays for Target runs, there's so many things that in life, like
It
it
employs these
really
women
does
that really have
matter.
fun. It
And
employs these
I
women that are
do, and
having
I
fun.
have fun. Yeah, and we all have fun when we're together. And that's, the drive sucks, the 2 hours each way, whatever. But when I get there, I'm so inspired by my girls, and we have so much fun, and we're laughing, and I've got the camaraderie, and so
Right.
everyone walks into our stores, not everyone, but a lot of customers walk into the store and they're like, there's such a good vibe in here. And
That's like the
it's
best compliment ever,
right,
right?
because if you walk into a store and there isn't a good vibe, or you feel like the staff is not caring about you, or they're talking amongst themselves and not making you feel welcome, I instantly am turned off and I'll leave. Like, no matter how much I think it's cool, I just won't stay. I feel, I want someone to say hi to me. I
You're
want
outside of
them
the
to,
clique.
yeah.
You're
And a
outside of the
lot of
clique.
ladies are working from home now. So what's really fun is that we're their little escape from their families, their work desk. So they'll get up. We're in a neighborhood. Both of our shops are.
Yeah.
So people are walking from their homes like half a block and coming into the shop. And maybe they're not going to buy anything, but they're just in there to just escape and hear some fun music and maybe chat a little with my
And
sales
look at pretty things, cute, pretty.
and look
like,
at pretty things
yeah,
and
I've
just
seen
be
your shops
mindless.
online. I've seen a lot of your stuff, plus your videos, and it's just like yummy. Okay, I got to get to some more questions because you and I
Yeah.
can do this all day.
I know.
Okay,
We're good at
so
talking.
we are so good at talking. I'm just going to fire questions. Early bird or night owl?
Depends on on the season, because
Okay.
I am a night owl for the most part, but when you live in the desert, you have to instantly turn into early bird.
I don't know. Do you know I used to live in the desert?
I didn't know that. So you get it.
Yes, I
And we're
totally.
approaching, it just went from like 60 to 70 degrees days. Like
Yeah.
literally it went overnight, which we usually get a nice transition period. This year, we went from 60 to 90.
Everybody did, just so you know, like
Oh
like
my God.
Minnesota had literally like 18 inches of snow a week ago, and it's gonna be 84 there today in
It's so
Minneapolis.
dramatic.
So it's crazy.
It is crazy, but I have to get up. I got to get the dogs out and exercised
Yeah.
before
No,
you lock yourself in for the rest of the day.
I know, I
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
so
But
remember.
traditionally, I like staying up late.
Okay, so there we go. So introvert, extrovert.
Can you tell?
What do you think I
Extrovert.
am? What do you think
I
I
think
am?
I actually think you're an introvert,
I
and
am an introvert.
you are an introvert, but you do really well as an
Uh,
extrovert too.
Thank you.
But I think I'm definitely an extrovert.
I think
Yeah,
you are too.
I like my alone time, but I get energy from people
Yeah.
and
Mm.
being out and,
Ew. Sorry, people and out.
Oh,
Ew.
trust me, I've got a little hate for people right now, but I'm really trying.
You're amazing. Okay, what's your favorite mental wellness resource? Maybe it's a book or podcast, maybe it's people or apps, like just one of your favorite things that you turn to.
So I love Insight Timer. That's probably my favorite thing right now.
Okay.
A meditation app, and they also have classes and I love this this meditation guru. I'm dying to meet him. I've got to figure out a way to get to one of his personal events, but his name is David J.I.
Yeah.
So and have you heard of him?
Have you put it in your vision? Write a vision.
Yeah, and I
Write
know
it for your vision. I'm so happy and grateful I got to meet David G. It was amazing. And then
Yeah.
it'll work out. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Love him.
Insight and David G.
I love those things. I also have a shaman I see, here and there. I haven't been as regular with her because I've had to focus on different things as my life is. It's just a roller coaster. I've actually been focusing a little bit more on my physical health lately than I have on my spiritual. 56, shit starts going bad.
Hello. OMG.
Right.
It's like a bad curse. Didn't George Carlin used to have a joke about we should be born backwards or something? Because
exactly.
Yeah, we work all this time, and of course, we've been living a pretty great life. Your life isn't horrible going between Baja and all that stuff, right? You've been doing a pretty good job of that.
Yeah.
But these people living in resort towns for like the last 25 years,
Yep.
I meet people all the time. I'll retire when? I'll do this more when?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's like, did nobody send you the memo? You're not going to golf your guts out, probably. My poor husband just developed tennis elbow when we were just about to buy like our golf membership for the summers.
Right.
The guy that hikes 45 miles a week.
Yeah, it's happening.
It just happens to us. And so the advice is do it now.
Do it now for sure. I mean, and how many people are you hearing literally left and right that are having heart attacks out of the blue? Are you? It's weird.
No, not just heart. No, here's the thing.
I have a lot of heart attack issues around me. So I'm like, whoa.
I'm just getting cancer and
heart attacks. Right?
Yeah. So we live in the now as best we can for our future.
Yeah.
But I think the message I want to put out, and you agree, don't wait. Don't wait for conditions to change or circumstances to change. Right. I write that in my book too. It's like, don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect time. Perfect time.
Yeah, there isn't. Right? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I'm fortunate that I did the whole Baja thing 10 years ago. Like I've been, like I got to start living that life at 45.
Right.
Instead of 65.
So great. Me too.
Yeah,
Um,
it's been good. I just need to spend more time down there now.
okay, we'll
That's
get on
the
that.
only thing that I've got to figure
Well,
out.
I'm going to help you with time because you say I've heard you say a couple of times, oh, it's crazy and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I will help you with that. I know how to do
Yeah.
that. I'm like an expert at that. Okay,
Yeah,
so we've got
no,
like a
good.
couple of minutes left. Let's
Yeah.
do, let me see, what's another question I'm going to ask? You answered that. Okay, this is really fun.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself in 3 years?
This is the hardest one that he didn't want you to ask.
Well, I'm a life
I
design
know.
coach
You
for
gotta
leaders.
have the
So
goal. I
it's not
know.
a goal, it's a vision. It's like, what would I love? What would I
Yeah.
love my life to look like in 3 years? So go.
Yeah,
trying to-
so I think I want to be in Baja more.
Okay. I spend how much time in Baja? How much time is more?
I know I want to spend like, I want to just be able to have moments where I'm there for a month and you see me
Awesome.
and I'm there for like 5 days and then I'm out
No.
and you guys
So-
are like, you're crazy.
So I want to hear what
I
you would
want
love.
to hear, I want chunks of time.
I
I want like a
spend
month, at a time. Like I
So
wanted
in the, okay, so in
bigger
the vision,
chunks.
I'm so happy my house is exactly as I wanted it. I love it and get to spend months on end down there. Okay,
Yeah.
that's how you say that. What else do you,
Yeah.
what else would you love to see in 3 years? What about your business?
My business is, I'd like to see my website grow a little bit more. And I'm
traffic?
working on that.
Sales, traffic, what do you mean?
Yeah, just
Okay.
sales. I want sales and traffic creates sales, right? Usually.
Right.
So I definitely want that for the business.
So what does that look like? Like how many transactions, for instance? You don't have to say the average cost or anything or whatever, but
Yeah.
give me a target. I want to
I would love to see like anywhere. I'd like to see 10 orders a day. 10 orders a day would be amazing.
Super great.
I get a few now, like, some days better than others.
Okay, we have 2 minutes left. So let me finish this with you because I'm going to give you back coaching because that's me. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
So you write in your vision, I'm so happy and grateful my house in Baja is exactly how I like it. I've been down there for months at a time. It's the best. The website traffic has increased. I'm getting more than 10 orders a day.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to use words like with ease. Okay.
Yeah, easy breezy.
Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And your health. I'm at optimum health.
Yeah.
I feel strong, things like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 2 more questions.
Okay.
If you could ask a question of a mastermind of women, like, so 300 women in this group, I don't know how many will end up seeing this, but, or a question of me as a coach, what would you want to know?
Well, it's funny because you brought it up earlier and everybody seeks balance, right? And I definitely feel like there isn't a ton of that. And I don't expect there to be full balance with how many things that I have in my life. But I guess I'm curious to see how other people operate. How do you work? Like, especially at home, I'm at home now so much more. I find myself pretty scattered. I get bored with a task or whatever, and I'm jumping to something else. So at the end of the day, I have all these things. Open that I didn't finish. I'm kind of a procrastinator when I get bored. Okay, or when I just get stuck, I guess. Maybe not bored, but stuck.
Okay, so I'm the queen of this, but I also know that you're going to have I hope you have lots of other input from people. Yeah. I do not believe in to-do lists. So if you do a to-do list, get rid of it. There's number 1. Put it all in your calendar. Put it all in your calendar. Allot the time and you sit down. So for instance, in my world, I'm not going to show my calendar right now. Often I would do that, but there's proprietary information on it because I have clients' names and everything. So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But you would see on my calendar the hours I work. Like I stop work other than today at 1 o'clock every day. Today I have a mastermind group of business women and they're around the globe. And so I make it a little bit later. So
Yeah.
it works for everybody. But other than that, my day ends at 1. That's me. Right. And so I know exactly how much time I have for clients, blah, blah, blah. There's number one. Number two, put your vacation and your Baja time on your calendar first for the year.
Mm-hmm.
For the year. Put
Yeah.
me self-care time on your calendar first, then build around it. We're all self-employed or business or leaders. We should have enough friggin' vacation time to take care of ourselves, to refuel. Yes, we have aging parents, and yes, we have this and we have dogs and we have that. Okay, well, great. You know, it's on the calendar. It's been on your calendar for 6 months. Go find a dog sitter and go get a sibling to come and stay.
Yeah.
So there's that piece. Of course you procrastinate. We always procrastinate in stuff we don't really want to do. Mostly because we want to do it perfectly.
Yeah, I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah. So my next and last thing I'm going to say about that is do it imperfectly. Do it imperfectly. I screw up all the time. I screwed up on this again this week. Who cares? It'll show up.
Right.
Last week I couldn't even get on Facebook Live. Whatever. Who cares? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my last question for you. How do people find you, your business, and start getting those online orders up, or come and see you? What days are you like in the store so they can come and meet you in person if they're in town?
Yeah. So I'm in town usually on Thursdays and Fridays all day. I split my time between the stores. And I'm at one store typically on Thursdays and the other store on Friday, but they're 6 miles away from each other in Long Beach. You can find us on twigandwillow.com, and that's TWIGANDWILLOW.com. And then I'm on Instagram at Twig and Willow. I'm on Facebook, Twig and Willow, and Twig and Willow Bixby Knowles. I think we're even we have a TikTok now. We just hooked up with our TikTok. So my social media girl is managing all that. But
Yeah.
I need to jump on there and start working on that, because I personally never thought I'd be a TikTok kind of person.
Yeah.
But
it's fun. Lots of people love it. So fill your
a
boat.
lot of people love it and spend their time there. So it's all about just
any other great advice?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're top the hours. So now I'm actually late for a client. So you have to tell me.
Okay.
Any last party words or advice, or any words of wisdom for our ladies?
Gosh, that's a big one. I mean, support each other,
right?
Like you're doing. Give words of encouragement. Be there for your friends. Friendship is everything to me. I don't have children, so I really think that that's so important, just to even be able to talk, because at the end of the day, our husbands don't want to hear about our work. Our friends are there and to help us through some of those things, and coaches like yourself. I think coaching is amazing. So I think find your support, because at the end of the day, it's all about who's there to support you, because it's scary sometimes, especially if you're alone in business. It's scary to be sitting alone and looking at your bank account on certain days and freaking out about it. You need to share that with someone. You need to share it. It's scary on your own. Scary by yourself.
So there's one thing I want to add to that. That's the whole purpose of me creating this group. It is scary at the top sometimes, and we feel like we have to do too much. And since I'm running out of time, but yay, I want to add one more thing to you, and then how much I love you. I'm so grateful you spent time with me this morning, because time
Thanks for having me.
One of the most valuable things ever is that you said, to take care of your friends, right? Like nourish those relationships.
Yeah.
Allow them to also take care of you. I'm going to tell you right now, I learned that lesson this past year, because I take care of everybody. I take care of everything. Blah, blah, blah. A lot of
Yeah.
the motivation behind creating this group was I realized, wait, I need to let people take care of me. So my word for this year is receive. Do you have a word for the year?
I don't.
Ah, okay, well, come up with
I
one, and then
don't.
when you come back later, type in what your
Okay.
word for the year was.
Okay.
Okay, I
I
love you
like
so
that
much.
though.
Thank you.
Love that.
Thank you. Mwah. Bye,
Love you.
sweetheart. Take care. Thanks
Bye.
again. Bye.
Thank you.